The American Citizens Handbook, Day 1. We the People. The Foundation of America. Welcome to Spin Cycle America. I'm Coach. This isn't about political parties. This is about principle. It's about history, responsibility, freedom, and having an honest conversation about the country we all call home. Today, we're going to begin a new journey. This is something I've been wanting to do for quite a while. For most of us, we just say, yeah, I'm an American citizen or I'm a U.S. citizen. For others, they came across the water, or they came in. Hopefully, most of them came through the front door and came in the legal way, okay, and took the test to become an American citizen. So for the next 30 days, we're going to go back to the basics. We're going to go ahead and talk about what it means to be a U.S. citizen of the United States of America. Not just what our rights are or what rights we do have, but what do those rights, or why do those rights exist? Why do we have those rights? What are they for? And not just what our government does, because how many of you know what our government does? Do you know what the government does? Probably not. In some cases, yes. In some cases, no. But why did our founders create it the way they did? Because if we don't understand the foundation, we can't understand the building. Because we're going to build upon our foundation. We're going to start at the lower level and build all the way up. We're going to start from the foundation and build all the way up. So over the next 30 days, we're going to talk about what it means to be a U.S. citizen. Talk about create a handbook here. So today, we're going to start with 3 simple words, very basic words. We the people. These 3 words are the most famous words in American history. Today's topic, the power behind these 3 words. The Constitution of the United States begins with, we the people of the United States. Those words changed history. Before America was founded, many governments operated under the idea that the power came from kings, rulers, and inherited authority, which is true. A lot of countries were operated that way. Some still operate in some form of rulers or a democratic type of authority, okay, an authoritarian type of a government, okay, like a socialism or a communist type of a government, which means it's my way or you just don't exist type of a deal. The American, though, they experimented with a new introduction or a new idea, something different. So drafted in 1787, the preamble acts as the mission statement for the U.S. government. We the people declares that it is the citizens themselves who ordain and establish the Constitution. So let me pause there for just a second. And I want you to think about what I just said. We the people. Doesn't say we the government. Doesn't say those governments. Doesn't say our government. It says we the people. The citizens ordain and establish the Constitution. Doesn't say our government establishes the Constitution. The government didn't establish it. We didn't have that big or that great a form of a government back then. We had some form of a creation that was under the Articles of Confederation, and that didn't work very well. So next, our government receives its authority from who? The people. Doesn't receive authority from them. We vote our people in. We vote our government in. We give them the power to do what we ask them to do. That doesn't mean governments can do whatever people want. We still have to say, we would like this, or this is what we would want. And then the government will go and vote on it and say, yeah, okay, majority of the people want this, or they don't want this, or they need this, or whatever, and they vote on it. It means governments exist to serve the people and protect the principles established in the Constitution. So whatever's put forward has to be within that constitutional frame. Following the opening, the preamble outlines 5 core goals for the nation. Form a more perfect union to improve upon the flawed Articles of Confederation and create a stronger, more unified country. We weren't unified. We weren't a strong country back then. Yeah, we won our independence, but we weren't a strong country then. We were going to try and become a strong country, but we weren't. The Articles of Confederation weren't helping. Establish justice to create a fair legal system and ensure equality under the law. Nobody was equal then. We're trying to get everybody that way. Establish or to ensure domestic tranquility, to maintain peace, order, and safety within the nation's borders. This is where we're having issues right now. We're not maintaining peace within our borders. We got people walking across our borders or coming through our borders. You can drive all sorts of vehicles through and they're coming through like crazy. Provide for the common defense to protect the country and its citizens from external threats. That's a problem now. You see it. Promote the general welfare to ensure the well-being, health, and prosperity of the population. Secure the blessing of liberty to protect fundamental freedoms for both the current generation and their descendants. We're having problems here too as well. The founders understood something important. A free country cannot survive with only good laws. It required good citizens. Citizens who are informed. Citizens who participate. Citizens who understand that freedom requires responsibility. A constitution is a document. It is a living document. But the republic is kept alive by the people who choose to honor it. And we have people right now who are going against what the Constitution says. Even in our own government, they're fighting what it says in the Constitution. Think about that. Our own government is fighting what it says in our own Constitution, even under the 14th Amendment. Just think about that. So here's Constitution Corner. The preamble of the Constitution explains why the Constitution was created. It begins with, "We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union." That's why it was created, to form a more perfect union. A perfect union. Now, don't get me wrong, we're not perfect. We're far from it. But those words remind us that the United States was created as a partnership between citizens and their government. A partnership. That's like shaking hands. We are a partner. The goal was not perfect. The goal was creating a system where a nation could continue improving, and improving we must. And we see right now, we see turmoil between two parties. And we, the people, are caught in the middle of a mom and dad fighting, as well as hating and throwing out racism as well. It is disgusting. If you turn on the news and you see it on Facebook and on X and all those other platforms, it is terrible. So here's history in a minute. On September 17th, 1787, delegates signed the Constitution of the United States in Philadelphia. That document created the framework for the government we still use today. It established 3 branches of government, a system of checks and balances, limits on government power, a process of citizens to influence their government. Some of those we're having issues with right now. If you don't believe me, turn on X or go on to some of those platforms, turn on the news, watch different news stations. you will see it. The Constitution has survived because each generation has had the responsibility to understand and protect it. However, this idea is currently being challenged in several areas, and in one side or the other wants to add judges to the judicial side. This would create an unbalance. The Constitution is a working document, but it does have its flaws, which our founding fathers didn't realize. But again, we, the people, can fix those flaws if we work together and not fight like a set of divorced parents. We need to work together and come together on this. So here's my verse for today. I want you to listen to this one very carefully. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Proverbs, paragraph 29, verse 18. A nation needs a shared understanding of its values and purpose. We need to share that, its values. Here's my question for you today. What do you think the words "we the people" mean today? What do they mean to you? You as an individual, what do they mean? What do you think they mean to your neighbor next door? What do they mean to him or her? What do your children think "we the people" mean? Have you ever sat down and asked them about that? Have you ever taught them about that? Do they actually know? Do they even know what the Constitution is? Have you ever talked to them about that? Are they just opening up? Are "we the people"? Are those just words to a document, or are they the responsibility passed from one generation to the next? Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment. I'd be interested to know. So today, here's my challenge. Read the first paragraph of the Constitution, the preamble. It takes less than a minute. Then ask yourself this: what responsibility do I have as a citizen to help protect the freedoms I enjoy? Freedom begins with understanding. If you don't understand what your freedoms are, you can't protect them. You have no reason to understand why people are getting upset at people crossing our borders. You don't understand why illegal immigrants are crossing our borders. If you don't understand what freedom is and why veterans are upset, then you need to read and understand what freedom really is. If you don't understand that, you need to check it out. Learn what freedom is. So here's a new section that I will add every Sunday. It's called Sunday Gratitude Moment. So today's gratitude, I want to take a moment to be grateful for. Grateful for the people who came before us, the men and women who built communities, defended freedom, raised families, and accepted responsibilities they didn't always ask for. We live in a country that is not perfect, because no country made up of human beings ever will be. But we are blessed to live in a nation where people have the ability to speak, worship, gather, serve, and work toward a better tomorrow. Today, let's not ask what America can do for us. Let's ask what we can do to strengthen the communities around us. A stronger nation begins with grateful citizens, and gratitude is where service begins. So here's my final word, the coach's final whistle. A football team cannot succeed if the players don't understand the playbook. America is no different. Our Constitution is our playbook, but a playbook only works when people know it and understand it and choose to follow it. A stronger America starts with citizens who know the foundation they stand on. I'm Coach. Thank you for joining me here today on Spin Cycle America. Remember, this isn't about being perfect. It's about being responsible. It's about understanding where we came from, appreciating the freedoms we have, and doing our part to leave this country better for the next generation. Have a great day. Take care of yourself, take care of your families, and take care of each other. God bless you, your family, and God bless, continue to bless the United States of America. And you all have an outstanding day.